Some good news about the Quest 3 becoming finally a mixed reality headset as a default um, state. So usually, uh, since the days of the Quest 2, whenever you started, when you booted your headset, it used to go to a VR environment like this one. So this was basically your home. Now, whenever you reboot your device, you end up uh, straight in AR pass-through mode. So since your login screen, if you have a password and if you don't, you will see your real environment, which is great. And moreover, just like in the Apple Vision Pro, it starts as a AR pass-through mode with a bit dimmed tunnel vision. And then when the headset is fully boot up, you can actually obviously see the UI's user interface in front of you. So that's a good news. In the last updates, I could see that this button used to be enable pass-through. So the default was always VR mode, and whenever this toggle button used to be not highlighted, and then you had to toggle this, so enable the AR pass-through, and then it would go to AR pass-through mode, and you would always see this button of pass-through enabled as highlighted button. So it indicated that the VR mode was the default one, and you had to opt in and enable AR pass-through in order to see your environment. And now, as you can see, physical space, they changed the title of this button, and it only says see physical surroundings. So it means that now your default state is AR, and whenever you click this one, it's gonna get rid of the entire user interface. Doesn't matter if it's in AR or in VR, and you will have this notification that you won't see in the video because it's notifications in Quest are privacy oriented ones, so you won't see what it says, but it says resume at any time. So I click resume, and then I will see my holograms again. Same goes for if I go to VR mode. I can, put whatever I want here, holograms or VR game or 3D movie, and whenever I click this one, it minimizes everything, including the entire VR world, holograms, 2D screens, movies, doesn't matter what. So now when I click resume, it's gonna go back to VR mode. So that's nice. Meta is actually going from VR oriented company to mixed reality and the AR oriented company, and now finally the Quest 3 is kinda doing things right, just like the Apple Vision Pro and the Android XR. All they have to do now is to get rid of this 2015 like AR gloves and give us full hand occlusion, just like on the Apple Vision Pro and on the Android XR, Galaxy XR. Second thing I wanted to talk about that I've noticed that right at the beginning when I received V81, which is what I'm running right now, since I'm not in the US and since Meta's weird way of distributing software updates, I don't know where I'm gonna get V83 with the new user interface. And as a UX designer, obviously, I'm dying to try it. But the good news is that now the MetaQuest actually works in darkness. Used to be that in the darkness, I used to enable travel mode and then disable tracking. So I had to use my controllers in order to use the headset in the darkness. Right now, it works in the darkness, but you still need the controllers in order to control the headset. So let's test it out. So I'm just in pitch darkness, and let's find light source. For example, the TV. The TV here has a light source. So as you can see in pitch darkness, I can still see the TV, and my controllers are also working in pitch darkness. So that's nice. And so you can use the headset, but you can't use hand tracking because obviously, um, I guess that the LiDAR or the infrared here is not enough to light your hands, and so the headset won't see your hands in the pitch darkness. So let's try it again. So my hands are here, and as you can see, my hands disappear whenever I turn off the lights. So that's a bit sad that you can't use the headset without controllers in the night, because I usually, whenever I'm in mixed reality and the AR pass-through mode, I never use my controllers. I like to do just like on the Apple Vision Pro and Galaxy XR. I like to use my headset like this, and I never use controllers. Anyways, that's all. See you later.